Today I want to change the oil on the John Deere 3046R. I've had it since February of 2018, and although they say to change the oil at 200 hours, I just think that's too long for me to leave the oil in the machine. So let's take a look at how many hours I have on the machine. Working side, talk about a modern marvel. And there's an engine tucked in there someplace. I don't want to work on it, but it's back in there. Guys, tractor guys, if you don't ride ATVs, you should think about it, although it is dangerous. You have to use your head and be smart.
When my channel was young and just starting off, a woman gave me a great gift in a comment. She's told me that she struggled from anxiety and depression and was bipolar, and knew nothing about ATVs, side-by-side tools or tractors, but found that by watching my videos, especially my snowblowing videos, that they calmed her down and that she could sleep at night. Without a doubt, that made me feel very good. I hope this video and my other videos, even for a short period of time, are a pleasant distraction for you from the issues that are going on in our world today. We all need it. There is no doubt in my mind that we're going to get through this issue. We're going to be strong and we're going to be faithful, and we will overcome it together. And when we're on the other side of this issue, ourselves and our world will be better for it. Please stay positive, strong, and faithful. We'll get through it. Thank you and God bless. I hope you enjoyed this video.
It's a win. It's showing that it has 120.3 hours on the engine. Not sure what this means. Vehicle hours is 71.8. Maybe that's moving hours. Look it up. PTO hours are 47.7. My soot level, this tractor runs, I almost always run it above 2,000. When I'm cutting the lawn, I'm at 2,600, 2,500 RPM. So almost the entire time I'm using this tractor, even snow blowing, I'm at the top end of its performance. That's where John Deere tells you to run it. And look at how it keeps the soot level low in the emissions filter. It's only had to clean the filter, exhaust filter, once since I've owned it. Okay, so we're gonna change the oil. I'm not going to 200 hours. Okay, the instructions want you to remove this side panel that has a dipstick, and they do it because they want you to get to the oil fill, which is right about here. Not hard taking this off. It's a little jinky getting it back on. This is how you release a hood latch. Little push on the side. You can see the hood comes up. Raise the hood, it locks in place. Then you turn these tabs. This panel will pull away. And then it comes off. So it was pretty easy. I don't think it's that simple getting back on. Just behind the belts are nice and tight. There's the oil fill. Here's the dipstick. Here's the oil filter. And the drain plugs underneath. So I'm gonna probably do this a little out of sync than John Deere would do it. And this is a weak link, the small oil pan I have. I'm gonna break the seal on the dipstick and just pull it out a little bit. I'm gonna remove the oil plug.
The oil filler cap. Doesn't look like it's too easy to do.
Took 2 hands to remove this. I'm gonna pull the oil filter. Which is on tight. Boy, is that on tight. I like how these manufacturers tell you not to put on tight, and then they must have Godzilla tightening it at the factory. So it's interesting. The filter that came on it, that looks like it's covered in paint, you can see the green rim around it, is actually larger than the John Deere filter I got at the dealership. Part number M806419. The seal, the gasketed area is the same. It looks like the threads are the same, but the filter that was on it was a little bigger, bigger diameter, probably say half-inch bigger diameter, and it is the same height. It's just a diameter that's larger. So it appears that there is enough surface area around the threaded oil port. There is enough area around for the gasket material, this material, to catch and seat on. So I'll check this with the dealer on Monday when they're open. So I'm underneath the tractor. I love my viewers that comment about cardboard. Us old timers love cardboard, maybe some of you younger people. So believe it or not, this big tractor people say is overkill. Look at the size of the drive shaft. Maybe that's 3/4, maybe an inch in diameter with a spline on it. It goes right through the oil pan on the machine. So there's 2 drain plugs, one on either side. I'll put you back over here so you can get a better view. And I'll pull these 2 drain plugs. Hopefully I won't get any on my fresh piece of cardboard, because we like to make this cardboard last as long as we can, right? Boy, these are tough to break loose. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, man. Oh, man, those are brutal. Lot of thread on those bolts in this casting, which is good so you don't strip it. I am not going to put it on as tight as it was. It's 11/16 hex bolt head on it. I'm not going to put it on as tight.
If it leaks, check the directions to see if there's a torque spot.
Now, most of you, if you're watching this video, you know how to change oil. I took some of the oil off the old filter and rubbed it around the O-ring on the new filter, which seals it. And now I'm going to spin it on. Going to turn it counterclockwise to start the thread. And I'll watch this to see if it's leaking. So I need a smaller filter wrench to snug this up, and fortunately I have it. Okay, so that's tight. Let's put the engine hours on that I changed it. 9/21/19. Now the dealer sold me 7 quarts of this oil. I'm gonna put 4 quarts in and then check it on the dipstick, and we'll put it in the fill. The oil fill port right here. So I put 5 quarts of oil in, and it's halfway up the hash mark on the dipstick, which is the safe mode. I'm gonna start it up, and let's see how it reads on the dipstick. I think another quart. I think it definitely filled up the oil filter and spread it out. It's just touching the hatch mark. I think she can eat another quart. I'll leave it in there. No drips. So if you can see that, I think I'm going to put another quart of oil in. Let's see how she does with that. No oil leaking at the filter. Cool little engine. You'd think this big tractor is going to have a huge engine. I blew out the, after 120 hours, the air filter actually looked very good on the machine. It has 2 air filters. I blew out the outside air filter, paper air filter. I didn't get that on video. I blew that out. And the transmission fluid's good, but I kind of been bothered about that. I would like to change the transmission fluid. I have been having problems with my deck raising and lowering. I don't know if it's, I think it's an electric issue. The electric solenoid, which is works off a toggle on the loader stick, I think it has a bad connection. The dealer has looked at it once, and I'm going to ask them to look at it again. So the oil, if you can see it, is in the upper end of the hash mark. I ran it. I would say that's perfect. And I'm going to call this a win. I'm going to spray Simple Green on the engine and clean it up before I finish this service. I bought these handy wipes in an auto parts store. Hardy wipes, hand tool and surface towels. And man, they are an awesome product for cleanup when you're turning a wrench on a machine. They just are awesome. They feel like they have a little grit in them. They have orange smell. They are not sponsoring this video, but man, if I could have them sponsor them, I would. It's a great product. And of course, after an oil change, I should wipe my tools down with this. It is for tools. After an oil change, I have to clean up the oil, quarts of oil, have to clean it up. I will take that and mark it with a silver permanent marker so it can be seen better. I will redo that. Hopefully I'll do it before this video is over. My shop light, which is also my studio light, I use it on all my shop videos. That thing's, and plus mechanic work. The older I get, weaker my eyes get. So okay, let's keep moving forward and clean up. So I've been asked what I like to use on my to clean my ATV and my tractor, and I like Simple Green. So I'm going to give this thing a quick cleanup. I'm going to pull this side panel off. Yeah, this side is the harder side to take off. Much harder side to take off. I struggle with these. They're not fun. Nothing's as hard as those Can-Am panels, though. Now, you know that diesel engines don't have much in electronics in them. So please, I am not a mechanic. I try still not to flood the engine too much. All right, let's try to put these side panels on and I'll give them a quick rinse. So I'll try to show you. This little catch here has to catch this metal piece. Oh boy, a lot of fidgeting. So I gotta show you this. The battery is on the front of this tractor, if you can see it down in there. I do have a lead for a battery charger. I believe this is the intercooler for the turbocharger right here. This is the coolant for the air conditioner, the cab air conditioner. This is the radiator for the engine to keep the engine cool. So intercooler, air conditioning, radiator for the engine, keep it cool. On the working side, talk about a modern marvel. Look at how this engine is stacked from the crankcase Oil pump, that's the diameter for our hydrostatic drive. All the hydrostatic, that's a pump. Alternator generates electricity. Turbocharger here unit, you can see that. This is the line that goes to the intercooler. This is the muffler, but also it's the particulate matter that cleans the exhaust, moves the bad things out of the exhaust, and does a great job, and comes out the top of the hood here. But just what a modern marvel. Pretty cool. And there's an engine tucked in there someplace. I don't want to work on it, but it's back in there. That's a look at this whole grill is a pre-filter for all those filters. Is this? They don't have the screens that you pull out anymore that used to be between them. So a quick walk around view of the engine compartment. What's nice about the simple green is I did get some oil on the my concrete floor in my garage, and that will just take it off. Most of it anyways. See back in here, this oil pump has some oil on it. Simple green will just take that off. So now it's clean. My lead for my block heater, my lead for my battery charger, I don't like that hanging down so low. Gotta tuck that up. So if you watch some of my videos from last winter, especially working on the Defender, I've lost 45 pounds since I bought this machine in January. And part of it is I'm out in my garage working and maintaining these machines, adding accessories, and this is really where I like to be. I'm also making wiser choices in what I eat and how I eat and when I eat. And soon maybe I'll start exercising. So this is what I enjoy doing. By no means, for some of you, am I a professional mechanic. This is more of a blog video. If you're watching it, you probably already know how to change oil. I just thought you'd be interested to know when I changed my oil and how it went. John Deere made it actually very easy. After I clean a engine, ATV, side-by-side car, or the tractor, I like to let it heat up. Even though there isn't ignition components in this tractor, I like to let the engine heat up to get whatever oil is on it will evaporate and dry out. And that's what I'm doing now. You can still see some water is dripping out. The radiators, the fan is running and blowing water out of the radiators on it. There is no oil leaks, just a lot of little oil spots. The air conditioner tends to, I have it on, tends to drip down the back of the cab. Condensation from the air conditioner. Love this tractor. Really like this tractor. Disappointed I'm having issues with the deck raising and lowering. I think it's electronic. Seems to be related to heat though, might be a solenoid. This is the toggle switch that actuates the third function on the loader and raises and lowers the deck. I actually took a video to send to my dealer to show him that it's not working, so hopefully we can get that rectified. Maybe when I put the loader on today, and I'm excited, it's the second time I've had the loader on this year, maybe when I put the loader on today, moving more fluid through that third function, maybe that will help it. Another reason why I haven't had a lot of tractor videos is I've had a back issue. I've never went to a chiropractor before, and he's worked wonders on my back. So I've been very careful what I can do physically, and my back is on the mend. It still gets a little tight, but I want to see if I can cut down on at least one tree tomorrow and do some 4-in-1 bucket videos, show you how that works, handling the tree. I don't have the grapple. The guys are using it at work. In addition to my back going out, I went over the handlebars on this machine before I put the mud tires on it. I was standing up and straddling a mud hole and didn't think it was as grippy or as deep as it was, and I was on a very steep angle, and I did a twist over the front handlebars, pushed the mirror out of the way, and landed on my right shoulder and back in a mud pillow. God works in strange and mysterious ways, and I went over my handlebars in a mud pillow, thank God. So I really love this machine, guys. Tractor guys, if you don't ride ATVs, you should think about it, although it is dangerous. You have to use your head and be smart. So thank you for watching this video. Welcome back to the channel, and God bless you in whatever you participate in, sports, motorsports, or whatever you do. It's dangerous, and we got to think safe. Hope to see you on the trail, and please always wear a helmet when you're riding motorsports. Hope to see you on the trail. Thank you for watching. I actually, for those of you who say this tractor is overkill, that's okay. I think it's kind of funny, because it is overkill, but to me, I think it's actually a small tractor, but she does a lot. Not many tractors that you can mow a lawn with that are that big, and I'll show you a couple views. I cut the lawn today. Does a beautiful job on the lawn. It's amazing. Thank you for watching.